Welcome to day 2 of the meditation challenge. Today we're going to do a meditative reflective exercise. We're going to start with a few deep breaths. We're going to do some box breathing to get ourselves into the calm state of mind that we need. And we're going to reflect on certain things, some things that are not going to be very comfortable. And if you feel like you need to write some of this stuff down, especially if you're in Ayana Street Therapy membership, the link for that is in the bio. You're going to need this because you're going to use it towards some of the exercises within the membership. Get your optional pen and paper. Get in a comfortable position. This is one of the few times that I'm going to say this. Make sure that you're in a space where there's not a lot of noise and too many distractions, because you're going to really need to think. This is not like yesterday's. All right, let's start by taking a few deep breaths in. Through the belly, we're going to breathe through the belly. You don't have to breathe out your mouth, that's just what I'm doing. Now let's start box breathing. Let's breathe in on the count of 4, hold on the count of 4, out, and then hold. Remember to breathe in through your stomach. Let's get into the self-reflection. I want you to think about who you are as a person right now. Consider everything about yourself, the things that you like and the things that you might not like. Just think about who you are right now. Think about what type of personality you have. What type of life situation are you in right now? Think about what are the things that you learn, especially today. Think about where you live. I'll give you some time to think about all of these things. Now, I want you to think about who you were a year ago. Where were you? Where did you live? Who are the people in your life? I want you to compare that version of yourself to who you are today. I want you to think to yourself, were the actions that I made a year ago what led me to here? The answer is yes. But I also want you to consider, which version of yourself do you enjoy more? If you enjoy today you, I want you to thank last year you for doing everything that they did to get you to where you are now. And let's say you don't like the version of yourself this year as much as you did last year. I want you to think back on, who were you at that time, and what aspects of who you were then do you want to implement in yourself today? And how can you improve on it? I'll give you time to think about those things. Now, I want you to think about who you were 5 years ago. Where were you? How old were you? Where did you live? What were you doing? What people were in your life? What pivotal moments 5 years ago did you make that led you to where you are today? If you made decisions that led you to a life today that you are satisfied with, I want you to thank yourself for that old version of yourself. I want you to be grateful for the divine wisdom that you had then that led you to the miraculous person that you are today, that has grown and evolved as a person. I want to thank yourself for every choice that you made, that you can think of, that led you to where you are today. Put a smile on your face. Now, if there's certain choices that you made 5 years ago that has led you to a less fulfilling life today, and if you have certain regrets, I want you to ask yourself, what would I have done differently? And how can I apply that to myself today? I want you to envision what type of life would you have had you made a different choice? And I want you to see in what way can you begin making that choice today. If you have mixed feelings about who you were then versus who you are now, I want you to thank yourself and search for ways of improvement. Even for the mistakes that you made, I want you to thank yourself because now you recognize that they are a mistake. Now you recognize that you have gained so much wisdom and knowledge because of your mistakes that you now know how you can make a better choice today. And had you not made those mistakes, you would not have had the wisdom that you have right now. So I want you to thank yourself for this new, wiser version of yourself. Now, before we wrap up and I leave you to meditating in silence, I want you to do one last thing. I want you to fill your heart and your body up with the positive energy of optimism for this newfound self that you are deciding to create from here on out. Now that you've thought back and recognized the wonderful path that got you to where you are right now so that you can listen to this meditation, you can now create a better, brighter future for yourself that is closer to what you desire. So fill your heart, your body and soul with that optimism. Meditate on it. Get excited for your tomorrow.